Alright, hello everyone. I am back and I am doing something, not a sculpture, but I wouldn't say something different. I actually do plan on doing a little bit of painting on this guy, but not like full on painting. I want to leave this guy alone. This is, of course, the Neca, King of the Monsters Godzilla. As you can tell by the design of the plates. And really, I don't want to touch up anything because personally, I do actually kind of like this figure. I like the painting of it. I like the skull and the paint really brings out the sculpt to me. Really, what I want to touch up is the face, which I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up very well. I will try my best, but as you can see right there, it looks okay on this side. But then once you go to the front, you still can't tell because this camera sucks. But point is, he looks like he has fish eyes, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I want to change that. I want to paint it up, and I want to give him better eyes, a better face, so that he doesn't look so derpy. And what I plan on doing is maybe touching him up with some grays, blacks, just trying to match the paint job as it already is as best I can. But I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna try and use a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol to see if I can rub away the eye paint. If not, I'll just paint over it. And then from there on, I'm going to just try to paint the eyes. And I'm going to use like a brown for the iris, similar to what I did to the sculpture back there. And yeah, so wish me luck, and we'll see you right back. Alright, hey guys, so I just wanted to cut in between the video real quick. So this part's gonna be a little tricky. I'm gonna try and paint the inside of the mouth with the gums and everything. Now, to get this color, I had to do a lot of mixing with this pink diva, with this red, just a little bit of orange, actually more orange, just like mainly pink and orange, a little bit of red, and a lot of khaki. And I tried mixing it. You're just gonna have to try it yourself. Just mix it to the best of your abilities to get this specific color. And so I just wanted to put that in real quick just to let y'all know. So let's get right back. Alright, and I am back. And so with this, uh, you see, I didn't really touch it up that much. I just really, the main focus is the eyes. And again, I don't know if my camera will pick it up at all, but I mean, I very much fixed the eyes. You can see in the pictures. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to fix it because I was really annoyed with the fish eyes. As much as I really do like this sculpt, and I do like NECA's Godzilla figures, at least, most of them, uh, it is something where I just, the eyes, I just could not believe, because their promos look so good. At least, especially when it came to the eyes and the face, it looked like they did a really good job on sculpting the brown eyes and all that stuff. And yet here comes the final figure, and he's like wall-eyed. His gums are all showing. Like it looked awkward. and from a distance you couldn't really tell, but I mean you put it up even like this close, and it's like, or like, this close, and it's like, yeah, no, you can tell if something's wrong with his eyes. It just didn't, it was just a really annoying look, and I really wanted to just make it look decent, I mean, I'm not saying I did the best job, but I mean, I think I at least did better. And it's just weird that like that like Neca would just do that. It really did feel like a rush job. But even with that said, I mean, it really was just a face paint. Because you ask me, I mean, this sculpt is really good. I mean, it's a really good sculpt, and they did a good job at bringing the sculpt out using the paint. I know some people say it's too bright, but then it's like people complain that the 2014 was too dark. So it's like, I feel like this is actually a lot better of a paint job. And I actually still have the 2014, which I have right here. And as you can see, yeah, I mean, it's essentially the same sculpt. They just added little details to make it look even better. Like, if I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell, but on the tails where it's most noticeable, where right here, it's just like there's some sculpted detail, but you look at this and there's like actual scales and all that stuff, and it's like, and it's also noticeable even on the heads and whatnot, that like, yeah, they added detail on this dude. They probably took the same mold as this guy, they just sculpted in some extra detail, but it's not a new sculpt, which is I think, I don't know. Just when I saw this figure, I was a tad disappointed because I had hoped for a better God. I had hoped for, like, not even a better, like, because I liked their 2014 sculpt a lot. I mean, honestly, I know this will make some people mad. I'm not saying this would be different. I would honestly pick this. I would still pick this figure over the SH Monstars 2014 because I just like this one a lot. I like the accuracy. I just like it. It's just, I mean, it's simple. The articulation is really not all that great, but I like it. It's just very cool, and it looks more like the movie. The head maybe could have been better, but it still looks like, looks really like the movie, and their bigger one that they did is even better. And then with this one, I'm like, well, they just took this and just, like, they just added the differences that the movie had, like the spikes, the tail, and even the feet. Other than that, it don't look that different. And in hand, yeah, no, it's essentially the same figure. But I will say, I mean, it is. There are little things about it that really make it look good. And I will say, even though the eyes are really messed up, even fixing it now, I mean, it has a lot. I mean, if you look at the skull by itself without the eye paint, it actually does have a lot of personality on the face. I mean, if they had painted the eyes properly, like, even did better than this, it would have been a great face sculpt. I mean, this thing already has a lot of expression as it is, and yeah, no, I really like it. And yeah, I also have I mean, if you saw in the pictures, I also have Neca's Mothra, which, oh, you can't even see her, but can okay, well, hold on, let me scoot this back. Oh, y'all still can't see her. Dang, she's tall. Alright. Well, here we go. Yeah, I have Neca's Mothra. And I really do like the Mothra a lot. I mean, to me, it's a really cool little figure. I mean, 25 bucks, yeah, that's a bit much. But honestly, like, I mean, you gotta imagine, I mean, similar to how people will say, SH Monster Arts, there's $70 to $100, but they put so much detail into this. Well, I mean, imagine this, $25 for this, yeah, but imagine someone had to look with a magnifying glass and just sculpt the individual little armored pieces and whatnot on her, like, thorax or whatever you call it, on her main body. They had to make sure that the antenna at least stood out because they're not separate pieces. It's something where, I mean, even for a tiny little figure, it's still impressive on its own. So $25 is really not a bad deal. And they gave us a stand and a base, and the base even itself looks really nice. So yeah, I mean, $25, that's not bad. That's really good. So yeah, no, I really like NECA stuff, and I got their predators, I got their aliens, So I do like NECA as a toy brand. I do admit they had their problems, but I like their stuff, their action figures. But it's just this guy when he came out, I just couldn't believe it, because I went to GameStop. and I didn't find it there. I went to Think Geek. That's actually where I found him, at the Think Geek, which is basically the sister stores of the GameStop or whatever you call it. But I went to Think Geek. I finally found him. They only had two. Both of them had the gums, the problem with the gums and the problem with the eyes, the fish eyes. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And so I went ahead and just got him because no one else had him. I went to my Targets. They finally had him, and they had the same issues. So I'm like, does every figure have that issue? And it turns out, yeah, I think every figure has that issue. It's crazy. But I don't know if Neca will re-release this guy with a better paint job. But either way, I mean, I still like this. I'm not gonna lie, the SH Monstars equivalent of this guy looks really good. I'm like super tempted, but I don't know. We'll see. Uh, yeah, but either way, I mean, like I said, I really like this figure. I mean, I really do. It's just even with his limited articulation. Also, if y'all didn't notice, so there's this guy on Instagram I saw. I think his name's Godzilla 154 or something like that. Either way, I saw a post that he made where he actually managed to mod this Godzilla's neck, to where it can actually like look up even more. So like something like that. Which, if you know the 20 this new Godzilla, he can only like that, like his equivalent of his head movement is like that. So he was able to like, I saw that he cut some slits onto this part and to this part. Like you basically pop off the head, pop off the neck, and you cut some slits into here, you cut some slits into there, and it helps the ball joint kind of move a little better so it can look backwards more. And so, I mean, again, Godzilla 154. If y'all want to check that, yeah, if y'all want to see how he does that, you can ask him there. But you know, he doesn't know me. I know him. I'm just saying. I'm just giving a little shout out because I mean, I learned it from him. I figured I'd give him the credit. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, not only can this guy have better, because that's the other problem, is that his head barely moved. So now that it can actually look up a little more, which even if it's just a little bit, it really honestly makes the difference. Now it actually, it just brings it up. Even like the mouth detail, I painted his mouth a little more, and I put a little bit of a dark wash in there just so that it didn't stick out too much. But I mean, it's hard to tell here, but if you look really close, you can sort of see the difference. But even so, I mean, it's a nice. I think I did a good job at making sure the colors were right. I mean, honestly, if I can, I'm not very good at matching colors. Honestly, that's why if I repaint something, I would rather do a full repaint. It's just this case I didn't really want to do that, and so I was just hoping I didn't mess it up. But honestly, if I can do it, then you could probably do it too. Again, I just used like light mocha, khaki, reds, pinks, blacks, browns. Just those kind of colors. And honestly, I just eyeballed it. So if I can eyeball it, you could eyeball it. And if you get this guy and if you want to fix his face, yeah, you should totally do it. I know my video didn't really exactly do a 100% good job of explaining it, but I hope this at least helps. So I know I know I ramble a lot, guys. I have a lot to say sometimes, but thank y'all for sticking through this. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a great day, and bye.